this is gonna be the last one, and then I'll start painting, and then write in my journal and get right with God. So I'm here to talk today about the little pop the balloon dating game that they're having on YouTube or whatever. I usually don't entertain these things, but as I said, when I went away from God for a little bit, I was taken by the flesh. So even though I was bored, when you're bored, you sometimes will entertain yourself with things, even though you're not entertained by it, just because you don't got nothing else to do. So I was watching like this little game shows just because I want to pass time, which is in retrospect wrong, because you know you're bored when something is boring, but you're still entertaining yourself with it just because it fills time. It fills up time, you know. But yeah, yeah. So I was watching a game show, and there was this one. Well, there was a couple of ladies that pulled up attractive, but they were so unruly it made them unattractive. And I'm not saying that they have to be like super like feminine and submissive, but that's exactly what the dude said when the lady posed the question, why didn't you choose her? And he said, honestly, she's too dominant, she's too masculine. And guess what she did? She didn't take it, because women are emotional creatures. So typically, everything that they intake, if they're not mature enough to see it as criticism, they're gonna take it as an insult. So if you say something, you didn't say it because it was your opinion. You said it because you want to insult me. That's how their brain is gonna perceive it, because they're emotional creatures. So the dude was like, I think you're too dominant. You're too masculine. You know what she said? Well, you know what? That's weird, because you too feminine. And I'm like, no one even asked you. You feel me? Mind you, the dude wasn't feminine, but she was so masculine, but still a woman though, because she's a masculine emotional being now. Because she done took so much masculine traits, she forgot how to be feminine. So she took it like, oh, he tried to get at me. So she insulted him. And I was like, you just proved a point of why he said what he said. And then because mind you, she didn't get chose. She got denied by everyone. But that was the main reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone criticized me, I'm not going to insult them. I'm going to take it, reflect back on it when I get home and be like, so what about me made all of them have the same consensus? Maybe something, not wrong, but maybe something can be worked on. See the difference? It's how your brain works. Something can be worked on. Something can be improved. Not wrong with me. Something can be improved, meaning that it can get better. Because that's what we're here for on the planet, right? To improve ourselves, to evolve ourselves. But yeah, then the next girl, um, dude was like, "You don't go to the gym," because she was like, the intro. She was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna take no mess, and I'm fine being me." So that's already a defiant personality trait right there. Because this is the intro. She didn't even talked to the dude yet. This the intro. So I'm like, oh, she not about to get chose. She not about to get chose. And she had a little stomach. So I'm like, okay, so most of these dudes are like gym rats. So they want an equivalent. So one of the dudes was like, you don't go to the gym. And she got mad and she was like, oh, you got ugly shoes. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, his shoes weren't even ugly, but they didn't fit the vibe of his full outfit. But I'm like, why are you mad? Because he said you don't go to the gym, and he didn't even say you have a little stomach. I said it because I saw it. I was like, oh, you have a little pudge. So I'm like, you lying about going to the gym, because you really don't. You're capping. But at the same time, most of these dudes were like in their 30s, so they kind of already knew what type of time they was on and what they wanted from the woman because they were the ones um finna get chose. That's the whole balloon process. It wasn't flipped. It wasn't flipped on that version of the episode. So the dude was gonna get chosen this episode and not the women. It wasn't one of them episodes. So when she said that, I'm like, oh, so this is, and mind you, not all women are like this. The majority are nowadays because the majority, the energy's flipped. Men are more feminine and women are more masculine. And it's no problem if you don't have no desires in this world, if you don't want children. Like, here's the thing about women nowadays. It's like if you want to be dominant, that's cool. But you still want feminine natured things like babies, um, someone to dominate over you. You know what I'm saying? You want someone to pay for, that's cool. But it's like, how are you dominant and then want someone to over dominate you? That's not the nature of of life. How can something be dominant and something be dominant too? That don't make sense. That's like, how can something be submissive and have more submission? It doesn't make sense. You need duality. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. But like I said, I have unorthodox views, and that's why I think different. Because I see behind the BS. And one thing about a woman is that, and women won't say this because it cancels, it's like girl code. If men knew all the tricks, men probably wouldn't talk to women because there's so much, and not to say that women are devious, but they know how to be. They can turn it on. It's like switch. If they want to, they can be, basically a woman will do whatever she want to do if the man allows her. So if she talk back, it's like a child. Children, like white children will do whatever you will allow them to do. So if they eating ice cream at night and you allow it, they're not gonna stop. They're gonna get cavities. They don't care. If they talking back, calling you by your first name, if you don't shut that down, they don't care. So it's the same thing. Anything that is in a submissive realm will do whatever it wants if something doesn't nip it in the bud, because that's the nature of submission. It needs to follow. But if it has nothing to follow, it'll do what it wants. It's like anarchy. It's like recess. Like, I don't have no structure. I don't have no guidance. I don't have no leader. So it's like, this the world we live in. Women are the leaders and the submission at the same time. It makes no sense. But that's the world we live in. And that's why we're gonna burn and go downhill until we are resurrected and becoming better people. But it just had me thinking, like, this is the trajectory we were going as far as relationships. This is where we're going. And like I said, they were all beautiful women. But the flesh is only half the battle. You can be as beautiful as you want to be. You can be as attractive as you want to be as a man. But if your qualities are messed up, it's over. It's over. Because we have purpose, all of us. But if you don't know your position in the game, if you don't know your role in the game of life, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? What's the point? You might as well just throw in the towel. Because the thing about, like I said, the thing about the world we live in, you give someone too much freedom, they get comfortable. We live in a world where, as far as it comes to the melanated woman, white daddy then gave you so much power, you think it's yours. It's not. What's going to happen is one day he's going to take it away and you're going to be empty-handed. And then you're going to be searching for your man to come back and save you. And they won't be there. That's the storyline that the white man created for you. Why? Because he wants you to live his narrative. In the white man world, the woman is more dominant than the man. In the white man world, the man is more feminized. He's weaker. So what does he do to his enemy, which is us? He mimics that same nature and put it in us. So it's like no one told us to follow his rubric. We followed it. So the same way the white woman is fighting her man, talking about, oh, he do too much, patriarchy. That white people always use code words. It's not patriarchy. It's white male patriarchy. Y'all got beef with white men. Don't put that on us. So the fact that we're a lost people, when the white woman was like, we want help, black woman said, we can help you. So that means she hate her man, you gotta hate your man. She defiant towards her man, you defiant towards your man. But the worst part about it, you don't get none of the benefits. She finessing you. And the white man finessing you. It is what it is. But that's what I talked about. That's what I'm talking about, because one day, all of this will come to fruition. We either will win and get our place back in this world, or we won't. It's our choice. It's our choice. Putin already said it. Trump already said it. The chosen people coming back. But it's how much time do we want to wait? Because the white people, the demonic people, the devil's or the devil's kids, they buying time. They're buying time. They know the war is won. They know they done already lost. They know they can't win. So what's the best thing that a sore loser do? Let me buy time. If I'm already losing, let me do whatever I can do to just make you think you haven't won. It's like being in a relationship and you cheating. I can't leave the relationship yet because I'm still using them. I could bounce right now, but I won't get the benefits of still using them. That's what a demented individual thinks. That's what evil thinks like. The whole purpose is to use and abuse. I can't abuse you. I can't use you. I can't destroy you if you leave me. So I gotta finesse you, and that's what's gonna happen. Unfortunately, that's what's gonna happen. The cure to women living a peaceful life is submission. And the cure for a man living a peaceful life is leadership and dominance. But you gotta get a role. You gotta give the role back. It's like if I'm a running back and I'm meant to be a quarterback, the only way I can be quarterback is that whoever's the quarterback at the present moment has to give up the role and appoint me the role, and we swap. But here's the kicker. Black women have dug themselves a grave so big and deep. They're saying if I relinquish my dominance and try to become submissive, one, I might not actually even accomplish that. Because it's not about giving the position back. You've been in dominance so long, some melanated women don't even know how to be submissive, even if you told them to do it. Because they so lost in the sauce. So even if I switch the position and give it to you, the position that you were meant to hold in the first place, one, I might not know how to actually establish my position again, which is going to make me insecure. Two, I done dogged you out and destroyed your name so bad, you might disrespect me when I submit. Because there's no actual... In the woman brain, in the melanated woman brain, the typical melanated woman brain, there's no certainty that the man won't turn up on her when she begins to submit. She's basically saying, like, same way white people think. If I give them their 50 acres and a mule, if I give them their power back, what are the odds that they won't just fuck me up? What are the odds that they want to just kill us? We can, but we won't, because we got better things to do with our life. We're not petty. Same thing with women. If I give him his position back, he could just turn up and disrespect me all the time. And now I'm back at square one with the white woman. But where men innately, if you're not, homosexual or extremely feminine, raised around women. Men innately aren't petty. It's not in our genetics. We're not petty creatures. So it's just something for you to think about. You know, that's just one of my analysis I had watching a little balloon video. Like I said, I have a unorthodox way of thinking. Um, what do they call it? I forgot. Um, something opinion, like an abnormal opinion to life. I see things differently. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna upload this and yeah, enjoy yourselves.